Hello, Stampers. Oh, look at you, Emily, already. Hello, Emily. How are you this evening? I'm just getting my group up here for in case someone connects in by Facebook, because like I mentioned before, I don't usually see the Facebook people when they comment, but I've got it up here. So hi, Emily. Thank you for joining in. I have to tell you, is it just me or I find it really cold tonight? I'm sitting in my craft room. Hi, Deb. Hey. I'm sitting in my craft room. I got home maybe about half an hour ago. I had a quick bite to eat and I haven't changed yet, but I'm cold. The furnace just kicked in and it's cold up here. So yeah, it's cold, but I hear it's going to be like 10 degrees on Sunday. So no life. Yeah, no, me neither. I have no life either. We have our Christmas social tomorrow. It's from 3 to 6 at work. And we have a band and we have a couple of bars and photo booth. And what else do we have? Popcorn machine and candy floss machine. We have hors d'oeuvres. Maybe you need fuel. Yeah, I need fuel. I need body fuel. And we have sort of like hors d'oeuvres and it's tomorrow and I'll be happy when it's done because we're up to 600 people that are attending and it's a lot of work. I don't think people realize how much work it is to do this. My girlfriend that I'm organizing with, her and her husband have gone tonight to pick up all the alcohol. We have a liquor license, and we have 4 smart servers that will be doing the attending bar. So I'll be glad when it's done. But that's tomorrow night. So tomorrow I hope to be here live and in person again. I've told them that I need to be out of there in a good time, so I'll have my project already prepped. So did you love last night's project? I took it to work today and you know me, I work with engineers, right? And they're looking at it. It was perfect. When I say like the corners were lined up, the edges of the paper were lined up, and it was perfect. And I love it. Hello, Anne. Anne, is that Anne as in Anne Solomon? I'm just looking to see here because she's on Facebook. It is Anne. Yay! Anne's here. I can see you on my iPad, Anne, so I'm looking over here. So thanks for joining in. Did you like Anne like the video yesterday too? Because she posted today. She goes, "A cute project." I've made that project before, guys. You've seen it before, but adding that hat from the Cheerful Dies, I think it was, just gave it that little extra oomph, I think, anyhow. So tonight we are going to be making hello Facebook user. I have to refresh to see. It's Barb Kim. This is a team event. Hello, Barb. Nice to see you here. This is exciting. Hello. Yes. You know, I'm looking at it on my iPad. So if you scroll up where it says Elizabeth Ring, it has my name. Can you believe that we're on day 6 already? And then it says, I'm broadcasting with Ecamm Live. Interact with the broadcast by granting Ecamm Live permission to see your name. And if you click on that, it takes you to a page that just says, yes, I accept. Once you do that, anybody that uses Ecamm Live, and there are more and more of us that are using it because it is a great value. And they had a phenomenal Black Friday sale. So if you click on that Ecamm Live, that link, and I'll be able to see your name. If not, I've got it here on my iPad, so I just have to refresh. All right, so tonight we're going to be making a bookmark card. And if you are one of the participated or the Super Teams event, this was Shauna's project, and it was one of those projects that I put on my radar because if you're giving anybody a book for Christmas, this is perfect. Okay, so let's get overhead and I'm just going to show you a couple of things. We are going to be using the take your pick tool, the wheel that goes with it, and it is buried in the catalog. Look at the state of my catalog. It's buried in the catalog, and it's on page 145, and it's this one right here. So it's got an X-Acto knife, pin. It looks like a pin. 99999. Take your pick. A hobby blade, a pick tip, and the rotary perforating disc. So this is the rotary perforating disc, and it's got a little lock here. So when it's pushed up, it's locked down. When you push it down, it's exposed, right? So when you push up, it's covered, so to protect it. And when you push down, you see that little mechanism there. Now it's exposed. So we're going to be using the take your pick. The rotary blade on take your pick. And we're going to be using, and you can use whatever your little heart desires. I'm giving you the idea. So use up that paper, that designer series paper that you have stashes of. I know you all have lots of designer series paper that needs to get used up. So we're going to be using the 6, The Joy of Christmas, 12 by 12, and we're going to be using this small print here and this red check. And then I'm going to be using elements from the Joy of Noel bundle, and also, so I'm going to bring this up to you. We're going to use just this stamp here, right here, and then from the Christmas Classics bundle, I'm just going to be using that banner die, and then Season's Greetings. We're going to do a little bit of gold embossing, some blends, and we're going to be making a bookmark card. All right. Oh, and I'm also going to be using the deckled circle dies. I love these things. I don't know about anybody else, but I really love them. And we're going to be using a white piece of vellum, and we're using the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the six smallest die for that. And I'm just using it to give it a little bit of extra detail on the card. Okay, so let me show you the card. So this is the card, and this is where we're going to be coloring it with the blends, and we've got the piece of the vellum on the back here, and then the Season's Greetings, that was gold embossed, and my favorite Simply Elegant trim. Yep, Simply Elegant trim. I will be lost if I just ordered the deckled circle dies. Deb, I love the deckled circle dies. I really do like them. They just add that little detail, having that deckled edge. And then on the inside of the card, it says Deck the Halls, and then this is the bookmark part of it. I was a little overzealous, and so this is about to come off. So lesson learned is don't press too hard. And then we've got it Deck the Halls here with and it's gold embossed, and we've also gold embossed this little accent piece here. And then this is the designer series paper, and we've just used again the Simply Elegant trim. All right, so we have a piece of cherry cobbler, and I am going to bring out my scoreboard here, my Simply Scored. And we are so this is cardstock. Oh shoot, this is 8.5 by 5.5, and bookmark card 8.5. Okay, so 8.5, 5.5, and my instructions are very very cryptic. And we are going to score at 1 and score on the inside, 1 3/4 right here. 1 3/4, and we're going to flip it over. 1 3/4 and 4 1/4, like that. And then it's going to get it's going to fold like this. I've actually scored it backwards, but I want it folded like that. I'm terrible with math, so you could have done 4 1/4 and then flipped it over. So, but it's 1 3/4 and 4 1/4, and that is the card, the base of the card. we have a piece of basic white. Okay, this is okay. Confession time, guys. Confession time. I broke apart one of the wreaths and I started eating the Ferrero Rocher. Okay, what can I say? That's my dessert tonight. So that's my confession. So I had created a sample of the Ferrero Rocher wreath, and then I created one live and I broke into one of them. So yeah. So then I have a piece of basic white, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. This is going to go on the outside. I wanted a really narrow border around this. So it is 5 1/8 by 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7/8. So 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. I wanted a very, very narrow border around here like that. And you know, while we're here, let's get that done. If you wanted to, you could actually use the other side, which is the musical notes, but I like the check, the red buffalo plaid, or the red check. Is buffalo plaid just the black? I'm not sure. I'm surprised they lasted that long. Oh, well, thank you very much, Emily. Well, okay, so you know, I think night 2, I made the 4 little boxes of Ferrero Rocher. I broke one of those open first before I got into the wreath. So just to let you know. Yeah, oh shoot, Elizabeth. See, I'm not paying much attention here. I'm not very straight. Oh, well, it's going to be, I'm going to slide it over. It's going to be as straight as it gets. There we go. It's pretty straight, right? It's pretty straight, pretty even. There we go. That's that. And I can actually put that on here as well while I'm at it. Like that. And I'm going to put that on here. This is actually a pretty easy card to do, especially if you've got the tools. Okay. What I'm going to do here, I've got my wheel, and I'm going to get a ruler. And you need to make sure you really hold the ruler down and you don't go off kilter as you run the wheel down. So I'm lining up my score line, and the score line's only there for my ease more than anything. So I know what I'm actually the line that I'm putting the blade on. And I'm going to put the blade on the score line and really press it down, and I'm going to run the blade down. And I've done it a couple of times like that. Okay, so when I'll show one. Oh, here, I've got a scrap piece. I've got a scrap piece. So I'll show it what it looks like. Let me do it. I'm going to do it on that line and that line. There we go. And then when you go to score it, break it apart, you've got this this edge, and I probably didn't do it strong enough, but there we go. So that's what you'd get, the bookmark that you would get. Okay, so if you do it really, really strong, it's going to be very loose. This one is very loose, and it'll come off like, okay, I'm going to do it now. So it'll come off very easily like that. Okay, so that's my sample card. I have already die cut out this image. I'm just getting the stamp set out. I've already die cut out this image. I've stamped and die cut it out in the black memento, and I'm going to color it in shaded spruce, light and dark. I wanted a pop of color, so it's a parakeet party, light and dark. And oh, I've also got the dark sea foam, that's for something. And then I've got my light and dark not crumb cake, cherry cobbler. These are, the nibs on these are terrible. They're so I've got to use the bullet ends. But let me start with the dark shaded spruce. I am going to take the dark shaded spruce, and these, I guess they're holly leaves. I am going to color the holly leaves, and I'm just outlining the center stem like that. Okay. I think I have them all. Oh, my girlfriend, she's just home. Oh, she's just home from work, and her and her husband are now going to LCBO to get all the alcohol. That's what that ting of the bell was. And now I'm coloring with the light shaded spruce. Tate and Vanessa helped me analyze how much to buy. Last year for the our holiday social at work, we bought way too much beer and wine, and we had so much left over. So it was a huge debate as to how much we should get this year. But anyhow, we allow two drinks per person for the holiday social. But not everybody drinks. We do have non-alcoholic drink, beer and wine as well. 400 more cups, popcorn, pretzels, and after eights. Oh my gosh, she's on a roll. I left work at 5:30, and I went down to, gotta love the dollar stores, Dollar Tree, to get more tablecloths, placemats, more little decorations. So be done, happy when it's over. Even just renting everything has been so expensive. It was like $1,200 to rent the 2 bars and the popcorn machine. And anyhow, I'll be glad when it's done. All right, so now I'm going to take the lighter. This is the dark parakeet party, and I'm going to color these leaves, just the center, like that. And now I'm going to take the light parakeet party and color in, and it just gives a little pop of color, a little bit. And oh, I thought there was more. And you know that the berries, I'm going to color those in cherry cobbler. There we go. And my cherry cobbler, I'm going to apologize at the condition of my cherry cobbler because they're pretty beat up. So this is the light. I want the dark cherry cobbler. My brush ends on the dark cherry cobbler are not good. And I'm just going to go around the outside. I need new cherry cobbler because I use my blends. I'm just rambling tonight. I use my blends to color the rhinestones and ribbons and stuff like that. And so these have been used multiple times, and they're in really bad shape. And now I'm going to take the light. So see, when I say they're in really bad shape, can you see how bad that nib is? I can't use the brush end. I've got to use the bullet end. And I'm just going to blend in the colors like that. I hope everyone's doing well. Can you believe how quickly time is going? Like how the year is just flying by. I think technically we only have 2 weeks left of, today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, 2 weeks today and we're finished work. Yay for the year. And now I'm taking the light seafoam, and I wanted to give these wisps of branches a little bit of color. I didn't want them to have really dark color, like a dark green. It almost looks like a shaded. I'm going to bring it up to the camera and I'll show you what I mean. Just adding a little bit of extra color. Like that. So you can hardly even see it, but I just want it to tone down the black. Okay, now we're going to take this piece of vellum, And some Tombow glue. Come on. Oh, of course. There we go. I'm just putting it in the middle. I don't care if it's not totally sealed down on all the edges. It just gives it a little bit more movement. And then this is going to get popped up on top like that. And let's see, I might do an end of dimensional dance. I love it when I finish off a package of dimensionals. And these I think are left over from a kit or something, just by the size of it. Like that. Yeah, and you all saw that there is a clearance rack refresh. I didn't even look at it to see what it was, so I hope you guys were able to take a look. And I want this up a little bit because this is going to go down here like that. I want to see a little bit of the circle at the bottom, just to give it a little bit dimension, like interest. So I'm going to lay this a little bit higher up so it's not quite right at the bottom. Like this. And so I'm just going to, like that, so it brings it up. This will get like that. So a little bit of detail all the way around. Let's do some embossing. So I'm going to emboss that and that. So this I'm going to emboss with Season's Greetings. You can emboss it with whatever sentiment you want. This just fits. On the inside, it's going to be deck the halls with boughs of holly, blah, 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 blah. And I'm also going to emboss it with this leaf motif down here. So my embossing buddy, oh, that's not my embossing buddy. Oh, let's see. Oh, there it is. Look at me, I put it away last night. Okay, and okay. And I do have my gold embossing, and I have my Versamark. Okay, this one is just, it just fits this sentiment, so I'll watch my roots as I stamp that down. I'm going to put the embossing powder on all of it, and then emboss it all at once. When you use the Versamark, you should try and put the embossing powder on it. As long as the embossing powder is on it, you can move on to something else before you actually heat it up. So there's Season's Greetings. I'm going to put that aside before I mess it up. I'm going to put that aside. Now deck the halls. Deck the halls, and my blocks are a mess. Like that. And you know what? I am going to do this at the same time. Like that. And there we go. Da, 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 da. Okay. And tonight I am going to I have my tweezers out so I won't burn my fingers, especially on this other one. Okay. The one thing, I've mentioned this before with the tweezers, sometimes your tweezers get gunk on them from the embossing. Just clean them off with your fingers every once in a while. You can actually even use some rubbing alcohol to take the gunk off of it. I find if you leave the gunk on let it get really gunky, when you go to hold it, it leaves marks. Okay. All right. This is the magic time. And you can see it starting to go melt. It's beautiful. There we go. And now I'm going to do this one. It's like magic, guys. Here we go. It's like magic. Okay, so now it's all embossed. Okay, put this back like that. I am going to adhere this on the inside like that. And it's a little bit warped. No, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to color it first, just in case. Just in case. And I'm going to be coloring it in the light shaded spruce. I have to tell you a funny story. So one of the, I can't repeat exactly the words that said, but bear with me. So we ordered some supplies from a local company, and we'd never used them before. And I've been dealing with the gentleman's, what turns out to be his wife, on the phone. So the gentleman yesterday came and delivered everything, and I needed to know how the candy cotton machine worked, right? So he said, oh, I don't know how it works, but let me get my wife, let me phone. And he said his wife's name. He said the girl's name. I, at the time, didn't know that they were married, right? So he gets the person on the phone. And you know, at the top of the phone, it says the person's name. Well, he had the name of this person as Big, well, boobs, but another word, and then her name. And I'm looking at him, and she's talking to me on the phone. And I'm looking at his cell phone, and I'm looking at the name that's on the top of it, right? And I'm saying to him, and I'm going, what? And he's not picking up, right? And then all of a sudden I said, what do you have her call? What do you have her down as on your phone? And he looked and he went, oh my God. He realized what I was looking at. Her name was Big, Tits, and then her name, right? And he goes, no, that's okay. It's my wife. And I thought, oh my God. And then I said in the phone, I said, do you know what he has you listed as? And then she started going, oh my God, no, it's okay. It's my husband. And I'm thinking to myself, what on earth kind of business is it that you guys are running? And this is what you have your wife listed on your phone, and you've got customers talking to your wife on your cell phone, and this is what how her name is listed. Anyhow, it was funny, but it was like, at the same time, it's like, wow, this was too much. So now I'm dying to find out what his wife looks like. And he was not a young spring chicken. He was older, heavy set, and yeah. Anyhow, all right, and now I'm going to adhere this to here. Again, this has got a really thin margin, mat on it. I have a piece of, here we go. I have a piece of glitter right here. I want to pull it off. It might poke through. I think it's glitter from the More Dazzle paper from yesterday. There we go. And I didn't want it to poke through. And like this. Again, really thin margin. Okay. Now, if you don't have the Blade Runner, what you can do is you can use your ruler, and you can use a stylus, not a stylus, like not this end, but you know, the pokey end. Here we go. You can use this end, and you can go every all the way down and poke holes down all the way, and you'll get a similar effect if you don't have this Blade Runner. Okay, and then this will go on here. Come on. Like this. Okay. Alrighty, now we're going to the season's greetings. Guys, it's on my desk. Can you see it? There it is. It's under there. And I'm going to put this upside down. I'm going to put this like that so that it straddles on either side here. But I see a little bit of this detail down here. Just added detail. And I'm going to use up some more of these dimensionals. Look at me go, guys. Using them up. And I think, let me just make sure. Oops. Yeah, okay, that's good. If you want to, you can put a little dab of liquid glue in the middle. I'm not going to do that. But you can do that just to give it a little bit more stability, security. And make sure I'm straight and even. Okay. Now I'm taking my Simply Elegant trim, and I'm doing a little bow. I find these this elegant trim, a couple of glue dots is your friend to put this on your card front. Okay. Glue dots. And I thought I had my crocodile on my desk, but I do not, so I'll have to get it out. And I'm going to put a glue dot right there. We are also going to use 3 rhinestones. And the rhinestones, I am going to color. This is why my blends are in such bad shape. We are going to do 3 rhinestones. I'm going to do a big one, a middle one, and a wee one. This is why my blends look like they do. And we're going to add an extra detail to the front of the card, so don't run away. While I finish the inside, then I'm going to show you what we're going to do to the outside, just to add a little bit more dimension, detail. And I need my crocodile, or any little, any small hole punch. And I'm going to poke a hole here like that. And again, using some of my Simply Elegant trim. And one like that. Like that, there you go. And now to finish it off on the outside, I am going to take my favorite fine tip glue. I'm just making sure that it's still, yep. Some people have issues with their fine tip glue clogging. I never do. I make sure that I put the cover back on it as soon as I'm done using it. So I'm going to just color in the berries so that they have a little bit of shine to them. And yes, this ribbon is going to be right on top of the berry. And that way the berries look like they're berries. Like that. And like that. And when I put the glue back, when I put the tip back in, put your finger underneath, guide the pin along your finger and just slip it back in. And I never ever have problems with, I've never had a problem with my glue seizing up or getting clogged. All right, so there's the card, and you can see the rhinestones on here. You don't have to color them red. You can leave them as they are to give a little bit more bling. And then when you open it up, we've got Deck the Halls, and there is the bookmark with the perforation there. And that is tonight's card project. I really like how this turned out. I like it when projects turn out. What do you think? Awesome. That was an awesome. Who is that? Let me just go and look. Anne says awesome. Emily says very pretty. I'm glad you guys liked it. Linda Stanger. Oh my gosh. I did not realize you were on. I didn't realize you were there, Linda. Oh, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in eons. Let me see who else is on Facebook. I don't see any. It's Anne, Barb, Linda, and oh, I didn't realize you were there. Hope all is well up in the north. Do you have snow yet, Linda? We have nothing. Deborah, another fabulous make. Thanks. Oh, thanks, Deb. You know, your support is always greatly appreciated. So all of you, I appreciate all of you coming in and checking in for my close. I just got a low battery. There we go. Yay! I appreciate you all checking in and seeing what's happening. Tomorrow night, probably be a 3D project that you can use. Snow coming tonight. Oh, you can keep it, Linda. I don't want it. So it'll be a 3D project, and I'm trying to alternate. I may run out of 3D projects, so you might get more cards, but I've tried to keep them simple so that I know Deb's probably done all of her cards already because she's usually very organized. I know her very well, and she's probably very organized. All right, so if snow coming tonight, so just remember that the clearance rack was refreshed today. I don't know what's left. Have fun at your party tomorrow. Yeah, we will. I should be here for 8 o'clock. It's just it's 3 to 6, just a social, but it's a lot of work for a 3 to 6 social. All right, thank you everyone. I appreciate you, and your support is, as always, greatly appreciated. And yeah, thanks everyone, and we'll talk to you again soon. Tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. All right, have a good night.